What's going on, creators? Yeah, I just want to get on here and share some techniques to help you find music publishers and connections in the music business to help you sell and license your music. One of the best and easiest ways to start to find and research publishers is by going to this website here, the Music Library Report. It was created by a guy named Art Munson, and he's been in the music game for a really long time. Session musician, producer, a lot of licensing credits and stuff. And what he's done is created a site where other producers can get together and rate these different music publishers and music libraries and share their experiences with these different places, which comes in really handy, especially if you're just getting into the game and you're not really sure where to go, what to do, and how to even get started. This really breaks down a lot of those questions and provides really solid resource on which music publishers are actively being successful for others, where to go, where to get your music and all that kind of stuff, and share all these experiences. And I've even seen in the forums, when you get these different publishers, if they're being sketchy, they get called out pretty quick on that, and word travels pretty quick once you kind of get involved with it. And so definitely check out the Music Library Report as a solid thing that you can start doing like today. I think it costs like $10 to get like a week membership, which is, I feel like, plenty of time to like get on there and check out the ratings, check out the libraries that are in the top 10, I think. And if your music's not in those libraries, and it's like, maybe try to apply to them and take the next step. And so that's the first kind of resource. The second one is a little bit more involved from your own viewing habits. And so if you're watching like Netflix, Hulu, any of these streaming services, any of your favorite shows, at the end in the credits there'll always be a spot that says where the show got the music. And if you keep like a little notepad next to the couch just at the end of the show, just jot down where that show sourced their music. And if you start seeing a pattern emerge, just like, oh, we got a bunch of music getting bought from like Pond 5, well, then it's a good it's a good sign to you then to try to get your music with that library, especially if you're making music in that particular niche. And what I mean by that is like everybody's like has different areas of like producing where they're really good at. It's like whether it's like dance music or film music or video game music or rock music, it's like all these different genres and whatnot. They all do differently depending on where you have them signed with, which publishers are. Some are geared towards like like Hollywood trailer music, for example, is like a totally different level than like advertising music. And it just kind of depends on what you're good at producing. And one of the easier ways to start to tap into a network is just to see where the media you're already watching, where they're getting the music from. And that's another tip. Another one is to go to like a place like LinkedIn and they check out they had basically like groups, like different like professional groups that you can get involved with. I got into some of those groups a couple years ago as a way to network, kind of see what people that are in music licensing and music publishing are saying and involved with and thinking and whatnot. I actually was able to connect with a music library owner through one of those groups and got signed to their library and whatnot. And turned out to be I didn't even submit music to him, but it was just just the flow of things. At the time I was just kind of in a weird mind space, and so that's like a pretty solid resource, like LinkedIn. And as far as like maybe Facebook groups or Reddit, it's like a lot of those that I've experienced, like Reddit especially, where it's just like you got a whole lot of people that are talking but not actually doing anything. And so you might just be spinning your wheels, kind of looking for something from those resources. Facebook groups. I know I'm in a couple, like I think music publishing, like media creation groups and stuff like that. And every once in a while you see like opportunities to like submit or briefs from different creators looking to source some material. But like a lot of times it seems like even in those groups that not really huge budgets and stuff, and it doesn't really seem that for me at least, that big of an opportunity. What has been more successful for me has been to tap like local media creators versus just painting with such a big brush of like the internet. Yeah, because there's almost like a type of camaraderie, amongst like local creators, where it's like you can just pick up the phone or get on the yellow pages, type in like advertising or media creator, any of these people that are making things locally, call, introduce yourself to like the creative director or music supervisor, or any of the people that are making decisions on where they source music, and then have like a store like on Pond5 with all your tracks that you can just send them a quick email, and it's pretty easy. I wouldn't say it's easy, but it's a lot easier to kind of get connected with local people in that way, make it easy for them, and at the same time be open to maybe do some custom tracks for them, show them the stock stuff that you already created, and then kind of opens the door to custom work and that kind of stuff in the quote unquote future. But like I just wanted to share those tips. Sometimes it's hard to just get started with things, and I feel like that's a pretty solid way to kind of source these opportunities and get started. And so with that being said, I think I'm going to bounce. So thanks for listening. Until the next video, God bless.